Hello, welcome back. In this video, we are going to discuss the rename and the drop command. Rename command. As the name implies, rename command is used to change the name of an existing database object. The syntax is rename, which is a keyword, old name, to new name. Example. Rename OL user to OL user B. Now let's see the implementation in PLC. Under OL user table, since we already added the phone number, let us check again. Okay, click here or expand, then check the column. Here it includes the attributes: user ID, first name, last name, email, password, phone number, which means here we already added the phone number. Now let us execute the rename command. We are going to rename this table. In this case it is user, but we are going to rename it to user B. Just consider it as backup. To rename, we have to write a program. So follow the same thing. File, then new, then SQL window. I'm going to share that. As you can see here, declare, then variable. The variable is table exists. It means that it is going to check whether the table exists or not. So for this purpose, we are using select, then count. It means that it is going to count. Actually, we are expecting a 1 or 0. But for that purpose, still we are using count. It's going to check if OL user table exists in user tables. If it exists, it is 1. If not, it is 0. So here, if table exists is equal to 0, means if the table doesn't exist, it will display the table doesn't exist. But if the table exists, it means that else it executes this command, which is rename OL user to OL user B. Finally, it will display table renamed successfully. Here it is and if. It means that if else statement ends here. Finally, it will end. Let us execute this one. To execute, either we can just press F8 or execute here on the toolbar, or go to session and execute. So let us see. Execute. Let's see the output. Here it is. Table renamed successfully. So let us check. Here, as you can see, it is still the same. Why? Because we need to refresh the object so that the effect will be reflected. Let us refresh. Now, open, then check. Here it is. Previously it was OL user, but now OL user B or backup. Next, we are going to discuss the drop command. As its name implies, it is used to delete different types of objects in a database. The syntax is drop, which is a keyword, object type, then object name. Example: drop table OL user B, which means we are dropping the table we renamed to OL user B. Now we are going to use the drop command. To use the drop command, we have to follow the same procedure. Go to new, then SQL, then we have to write the program. Let me share the program. We are declaring a variable, so we start from declare. But if there is no variable, we don't need to use declare. Here, table exists is a variable. The data type is number. So execution starts from here. In this case, First, we need to check whether the table exists or not. OL user B table exists in user tables. If the table exists, the table exists will be 1. In that case, it will execute immediately the drop table OL user B. After that, it will display OL user B table drop successfully. But if the table doesn't exist, which means the value of table exists is equal to 0, then it will display only OL table doesn't exist. Let's run it. To run or to execute it, we can execute from the toolbar, or we can just press F8, or still we can use Action. Let us execute. Let us check. Here, OL user table dropped successfully. But as you can see, the table still exists. Why? Because we need to refresh. Let us refresh it. Refresh. Then open the tables. Then go to, as you can see, our previous table was here. But now, since it was dropped, we can't really find it. Which means that the drop command is working properly. If you have any question, please use the comment section below. Don't forget to follow Lalibela Tech. Thank you, and see you on our next video.